was 11 years old. Mark Twain didn't graduate from elementary school. Proportional to their weight, men are stronger than horses. Pilgrims ate popcorn at their first Thanksgiving dinner. They have square watermelons in Japan because they stack better. Iceland consumes more Coca-Cola per capita than any other nation. Heinz ketchup, leaving the bottle that travels at 25 miles per year. It is possible to lead a cow upstairs, but not downstairs. Armadillos can be housebroken. The first Fords had engines made by Dodge. A mole can dig a tunnel 300 feet long in just one night. Peanuts are one of the ingredients in dynamite. Ancient Egyptians slept on pillows made of stone. A hippo can open its mouth wide enough to fit a 4-foot tall child inside. A quarter has 119 grooves on its edge. A dime has one less groove. A hummingbird weighs less than a penny. Until 1796, there was a state in the United States called Franklin. Today it is known as Tennessee. The flashing warning light on the cylindrical Capitol Records tower spells out Hollywood in Morse code. Every time you lick a stamp, you're consuming 1/10 of a calorie. The average person has over 1,460 dreams a year. 1 in every 4 Americans has appeared on television. The average American will eat about 11.9 pounds of cereal per year. Over 1,000 birds die a year from smashing into windows. The state of Florida is bigger than England. Ants stretch when they wake up in the morning. Thomas Edison, light bulb inventor, was afraid of the dark. During your lifetime, you'll eat about 60,000 pounds of food. That's the weight of about 6 elephants. Some ribbon worms will eat themselves if they can't find any food. The world's oldest piece of chewing gum is 9,000 years old. In space, astronauts cannot cry because there is no gravity, so the tears can't flow. About 3,000 years ago, most Egyptians died by the time they were 30. More people use blue toothbrushes than red ones. Your ribs move about 5 million times a year every time you breathe. In the White House, there are 13,092 knives, forks, and spoons. Slugs have 4 noses. Recycling 1 glass jar saves enough energy to watch TV for 3 hours. It's against the law to slam your car door in Switzerland. There wasn't a single pony in the Pony Express, just horses. Honeybees have hair on their eyes. A jellyfish is 95% water. In Bangladesh, kids as young as 15 can be jailed for cheating on their finals. A company in Taiwan makes dinnerware out of wheat so you can eat your plate. The elephant is the only mammal that can't jump. The most common name in the world is Mohammed. Q is the only letter in the alphabet that does not appear in the name of any of the United States. America once issued a 5-cent bill. You'll eat about 35,000 cookies in your lifetime. Babe Ruth wore a cabbage leaf under his cap to keep him cool. He changed it every 2 innings. Fortune cookies were actually invented in America in 1918 by Charles Young. A giraffe can clean its ears with its 21-inch tongue. Chewing gum while peeling onions will keep you from crying. The pitches that Babe Ruth hit for his last ever home run and that Joe DiMaggio hit for his first ever home run were thrown by the same man. Bats always turn left when exiting a cave. The praying mantis is the only insect that can turn its head. In Tokyo, they sell toupees for dogs. There are over 52.6 million dogs in the United States. Dogs and cats consume almost $7 billion worth of pet food a year. Baby robins eat 14 feet of earthworms every day. The Pentagon has twice as many restrooms as necessary. When it was built, segregation was still in place in Virginia, so separate restrooms for black and white were required by law. In England in the 1880s, pants was considered a dirty word. Most dust particles in your house are made from dead skin. In 2003, there were 86 days of below freezing weather in Hell, Michigan. It is believed that Shakespeare was 46 around the time that the King James Version of the Bible was written. In Psalms 46, the 46th word from the first word is shake, and the 46th word from the last word is spear. If you stretch a standard slinky out flat, it measures 87 feet long. The strength of early lasers was measured in gillettes. The number of blue razor blades a given beam could puncture. The drive-through line on an opening day at the McDonald's restaurant in Kuwait City, Kuwait, was at times 7 miles long. Point Roberts in Washington State is cut off from the rest of the state by British Columbia, Canada. If you wish to travel from Point Roberts to the rest of the state or vice versa, you must pass through Canada, including both U.S. and Canadian customs. minutes. There is an ATM at McMurdo Station in Antarctica, which has a winter population